What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we have a huge win for fandom in my opinion. And I have been battling different studios, different developers. I have been critical. I have called companies out. I have called Naughty Dog out. I have called Lucasfilm out. I have called Disney out, and so many others when it was necessary. And fans have seen a lot of battles over the last several years. Fans have been very unhappy. They have shared their displeasure, and we have had many people involved in the creative side of these things call fans toxic, call them man babies, dismiss their criticisms altogether, and it has been very, very frustrating for fans. So when there are bright moments within all of that nonsense, we like to point that out. We had the situation with Sonic the Hedgehog when the trailer released. The internet universally panned that trailer. And what did the director of that film do? He came out and he said, "We're listening, and we're going to take all of your criticism into account." That won over so many fans because people looked at it and said, all we want to do, all we want is a little bit of respect from these companies and these developers. That's all we're asking for. Just listen to us. Just hear us. Just understand that we are here to benefit you. We are not your enemy. And that is why the Sonic the Hedgehog movie went on to be a huge success. They listened to the fans, they took those criticisms into account, and look what happened. Now, a few days ago, I talked about a game called G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. Now, I am a longtime G.I. Joe fan. Now, before I even made that video, I did do a few trailer reactions, and I expressed my excitement for this game, and I was very excited being a lifelong G.I. Joe fan. I received an email from the development company that made the video game and offering me a code. I didn't respond to the email, and I didn't take the code. I wasn't interested in it. I don't really like, having early access, things like that. So I didn't even respond. I made my video after the game came out, after I purchased it, and I was very, very critical of the game. I did talk about, from a G.I. Joe standpoint, I was happy with the characters, and I was happy to have G.I. Joe back at the forefront. But from a technical side, I was very, very unhappy with the game. And I point blank said, if you're not a Joe fan, this game's not for you. And I said not to purchase it. After that video, did okay here on the channel. After that video, I received an email from the company. And they thanked me for my review and my criticism. And they asked me if I would be willing to have a conversation with them. That is unbelievable, because that's all us fans have ever asked for, is to be heard. Just listen to us. You don't have to do what we say. You don't have to do exactly what we're asking. Just hear out what we're saying. Hear our criticisms. And the CEO of the company called me directly. I gave him my phone number. The CEO calls me directly and asks me for more information on my opinion. This is what fans are looking for. This is what fans want. They want to be heard. And as I have talked about so many times, fans are not your enemy. Fans are your ally. Fans are here to help you. And that is exactly what Game Mill seems to realize. And even with me being super critical, they still wanted to hear me out. And then the CEO put me in contact with the development lead of the game, and I told him that I have a certain perspective. I'm a Joe fan, but I have people on my Geeks and Gamers team that can probably give better feedback on the video game from a technical standpoint. So they're going to give us some codes. I'm going to give those codes to our team, and then we're going to have my team play it. People like Mark the Cyborg and Uche, they're going to play the game. And then they're going to give more feedback to the studio, and we're actually negotiating on having someone from the company on our Gaming with Geeks podcast that we do every Saturday here on the channel, and they're going to talk to us directly and get our feedback. That is a win for fandom. So I am telling you that if you are someone that is tired of companies disregarding your opinion and not respecting you and treating you like you're trash, then you should probably go out and support this video game. Now, I still stand by my opinion. If you're not a Joe fan, I don't think you're going to find a lot of good in this game from a technical standpoint, and I don't think there's a lot that's going to pull you in. But if you are someone that is tired of fans getting shit on, then I think you should go support this game. It's available on PS4 and Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, and I am very happy with the fact that they're listening to our criticisms. I'm very happy that, you know, I didn't get the game for free. I purchased the game, and I was very critical of it, and they still wanted to hear my opinion. And the CEO even told me that they're going to try to work on a patch, potentially, based on the feedback that we're able to give them. And that's incredible, because my biggest concern with the game and my biggest problem was the controls. I'm not happy with the controls at all. And I have other issues with the game, and we'll probably get further into that. But just from a player standpoint, it's very frustrating to play the game because the controls almost float. You can't really get engaged with the world because it's so frustrating to play it. And that's what I conveyed over to the CEO and the production lead. And I even talked to the CEO and I told him, I said, look, one of my favorite games of all time is Titanfall and Titanfall 2. I love these games. I have no investment in the world. Like, if you go to Titanfall 1, there was really no campaign. They say there was a campaign during the multiplayer, but there's really no campaign in Titanfall 1. And in Titanfall 2, it actually does have a fantastic campaign. But what brings me back to those games is the player mechanics. It's the maneuverability of the pilots and the Titan. That's what brings me back to that world over and over again. You've already pulled me into your world because you've done a good job with the G.I. Joe characters. But I can't stay in the world because the gameplay is frustratingly bad. Well, they're willing to hear me out. That is a huge win for fandom. This is what we're asking for from every single studio and developer and filmmaker out there and comic book writer. Hear us out. We're not saying to do exactly what we're asking. We're just saying hear our concerns and take them into consideration. That's all we've ever asked. That's it. So after all the battles with Naughty Dog, with Lucasfilm, with all these other companies and studios, finally we have someone that's willing to have a conversation to try to improve. And at the end of the day, no one is perfect. No one is going to produce a perfect product. But if you're willing to hear us out, if you're willing to listen to our criticisms, you have won me as a fan over. I can't speak for everyone else. I can't. But I can just say, from a fan standpoint, you have won me over because you're listening to my criticisms. They are developing one of my favorite properties of all time, maybe my favorite property of all time in G.I. Joe. And the fact that they are listening to me as a fan goes further than you could ever imagine. So again, if you are looking for a company that's going to listen to the fans and try to take those criticisms into consideration, I say go out and purchase G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. It's $40. And I just went and I purchased it on PS4 just because, look, they just gave us free copies. But I wanted to go out and put my money where my mouth is. I already have it on Nintendo Switch. I bought the digital copy. I normally don't buy digital copies, but I bought it digitally when it came out. And I went out and purchased it on PS4 because I want to support this company because they are listening to the fans, and I appreciate that. So again, thank you guys for checking out this video. We're going to have more. I'll get everything planned out. We're going to have them on the podcast. It probably won't be this Saturday. It'll probably be the following Saturday. That way we can get the guys time to play the game, get their thoughts on the game, and then we're going to give them our honest feedback. And that is going to be a great conversation. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Check us out over on geeksandgamers.com. Check out the forums over there. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.